Yo, 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 yo. This is Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, Tbkc, and all of that other sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. This video is more so to talk about, you know, what we're going to need to do to fix the American bully community. And it'll be many parts to this. We'll have many discussions to this. We'll talk about it on the podcast. But, pretty much we have to first of all stop with all the rhetoric of our community. And what I mean by that is so many people in this community act as if they're like these great dog gods that make up all of these rules that you have to have so many breeds to make a breed, and you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do this. And the truth of the matter is that once a true standard is written to a breed, and it's totally outside the standard of what another breed is, that's the creation of a breed. Now, the means that you use to get there is going to be dependent on how that standard writes the means that you get there. This is like, oftentimes the standard is an objective. This is the blueprint. Like, we're going to use this dog and that dog, and we're going to get here to fit the description, and that description has to fit all characteristics of the dog, from their drive to their temperament to overall health, life expectancy, height, weight, eye shape. It goes down to so many things when you're writing a standard that you have to really, you are literally writing the blueprint to an animal. So with all that being said, the thing that I'll say is that the American bully has greatly failed at following that blueprint. When we first did the blueprint, it was supposed to be Staffy Pitbull on steroids. We actually were pretty successful in the early years. The earlier American bullies, even by the Staffy and the Pitbull, people were like, those aren't no damn pit bulls. Those ain't no pit bulls. And it was very, very much so identifiable that our dogs were different, Every now and then the confusion would come in because in the process of selective breeding and trying to make a bigger, thicker, bullier dog, as we called them, you would still kick back and have pit bulls. Most of my puppies still look like pit bulls. So with all that being said, the truth of the matter is that we were on an early pace to create something special. And it would have taken, probably, if you go back to, I say maybe 2005, 2006, that area, we were in a good place. And it would have taken another 10 years of consistent breeding out, bad characteristics, and continuing to elevate the bulliness and of the dog by way of selective breeding. And in our selective breeding, of course, we would never allow the flaws that went against the standard. And the biggest issue that we have right now is that we totally went the opposite of that. We allowed other breeds to be mixed in, and people knew about it. And, I think it's very, very shameful that no one has ever enforced like mandatory DNA testing to, uphold the standard, because that's what it is. We know we have a problem with people mixing dogs in, hanging a lot of papers. So at that time, why wouldn't the registry go forward and do the proper thing and start cleaning it up? So that's going to have to be one of the ways that we clean it up. The other way is we're really going to have to stick to one look, and that look should be the more original look. I think of dogs like, King Kamali has that look. Pokemon has that look. If you put those type of dogs, right now Mufasa and the bear has that look. I could go on and on with dogs that have that look, but that very, very cheeky, pronounced head, tighter skin, or you can see some shreds and you can see some rips. You see their muscle tone. Very, very beautiful conformation dogs. This is what the breed needs to be pushed forward as. I know it's going to rub some people the wrong way because they felt entitled to change our breed and to do whatever they want with our breed. But at the end of the day, we have to progress, and move forward in order to do the right thing by our breed. We cannot continue to sit back and act as if we don't have a problem in this breed. you know, if we're ever going to be recognized as a true breed, you know, around the world, and let's not talk about the UKC and what they were doing, because we already know that that was just a move to get people to basically uncover themselves as American bully breeders so that we could stop messing up the pit bull stud books and all that good shit. But we have to be consistent in what we're doing. You know, we have to be consistent and go back to our roots. You know, and when I say go back to our roots of you know, not being ashamed of the pit bull in your dog, or not being ashamed of the staffy in your dog. I'm not saying that you want your dog to be a pit bull, but understand the roots of where your dog come from and what your dog is supposed to be. Your dog is not supposed to be fat. Your dog is supposed to resemble, you know, that UKC pit bull on steroids. You can go to some of the gaff dogs, you know, Sierra, and you can look at some of these dogs and you can see that some of them dogs were massive, a lot of muscle, and our thing was to elevate that even more, you know, throughout the selective breeding process. If you've got an 85 90 pound dog that, you know, was already a little big, a little muscular, let's find a big bitch, let's put them together, let's see if we can turn that 85 95 pounder into, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, 100-pound dog, and try to lock those genes and those traits in while keeping the structure and keeping all the other aspects of the dog. You know, even as far as the aggressiveness, we would steer away from breeding overly aggressive dogs because you didn't want that in the gene pool. It goes to every flaw and every characteristics that's written into that standard, and we have to get back to that. If we do not get back to that, the breed is gonna. It's all. I mean, realistically, the breed is already pushing close to extinction, because right now, and I know y'all like, well, I see plenty of dogs around, but you don't see American bullies around. The dogs that you are seeing promoted, if you notice, a lot of these people won't even say American bully anymore. They'll just say bully. I got me a bully, because they know they don't have an American bully. And they're pushing these dogs as basically you know, a way to feed their families, but they're not actually caring about the breed itself and the development of this breed, because if they actually cared about the development of the breed, some of these skittish dogs wouldn't be bred. A lot of these dogs that have these train wreck physiques would not be bred. A lot of these dogs that have all these issues would not be bred. They would be literally looking to the standard and trying to enhance on that. You know, we were in a great position when we had, you know, Hef, Paco, King Kamali, of course, well, I think I said Hallie, but, you know, you also had Pokemon was one of the best examples. You had some beautiful, beautiful dogs that could have led the charge. You know, I know I'm leaving some out, but you had some beautiful dogs who represented our breed. I mean, Remy's headpiece was just incredible, and the dogs that he was producing represented this breed greatly. And for us to go away from that instead of enhancing it, imagine where we could have been. We could have had that true American bully locked in right now, to where we could have basically had 110-pound, 115-pound Remy's running around right now if we would have followed the format and did it for 15 years, 20 years straight. You know what I mean? We would be in a great position right now. And currently we are in a bad position. You know, the things that we have to understand is, for a breed to survive, every dog's not a show dog. And with that being said, we have to understand that what is going to be the outside purpose of the American bully. That's the look part of it. The you know, the sexy, hardcore, gigantic pit bull on steroid, almost cartoonish, you know, muscled up dog. That's the appeal to it, because it's a sexy animal. But the functionality of this animal is not really a working animal. It's a pet. It's a pet that could, you know, protect your home, because they do have, regardless of what anybody say, they should have that, at least that in them, that they will protect their home. You know, it's not a Rottweiler or whatever, but they will protect their family, because you should be breeding them as family pets. Like Mandela is one of the more docile dogs that you'll ever see, but if you try to come around the kids, or you come up to this gate, he has no problem with taking a chunk out of your ass. But then you'll see him, and he, you know what I mean, the 2-year-old is putting his feet in his mouth and stuff like that, you know. So it's great temperament, you know, and versatility. This is what we should be breeding for, because if we breed this, y'all don't know how many people call me and say, hey, this dog is for my kids, or I got a gentleman flying out, this is for my grandkids, this is for, you know what I mean, my niece, my nephew. I got a lot of babies around. I love the dogs, but is it safe around the family? And then the next set of questions is always, well, am I going to have to worry about the kids getting attached to the dog and the dog dying on them? Or is it going to get sick like some of these other dogs? I don't want to hurt my family by bringing this animal in here and it dies on them in a couple years. Or I don't want to have to get rid of this animal because it's attacking other it's attacked somebody in the family, or it's attacking all the other dogs, or it's just very unstable. These are all things that as breeders, that we are supposed to be addressing and putting quality out there, because in order for this breed to sustain, it has to become a pet in 99% of the cases. Everybody is breeding to sell something. Everybody is breeding for the next wild dog. Everybody is breeding to try to get rich. But we have to understand the breed itself has to become a product that you can take, that people can take home with them, because the grand majority of people who are going to invest in getting these dogs are looking at them as long-term family members. They are looking at them as the same way that they would look at a German Shepherd, a Collie, a Basset Hound, or a Rottweiler, or whatever. Most of these dogs will not and should not be bred. They're going to homes to be somebody's, eye candy, and also a great member of the family. You have to breed that animal, and that all starts with health, structure, and most importantly, temperament. I always throw structure in there because not because of the show part, but structure to me is health. I've often noticed that well-structured dogs are a lot healthier than dogs that you can visibly see are breaking down. The American Bully, we have to get back to this, and people are asking, how are we going to do this? I can only speak for myself, but a lot of dogs will be eliminated from the Tbkc gene pool. We are going to breed to the traditional American Bully. Do I think that we can get to 120-pound, standard in the American Bully? Yes, I've seen it done. I've done it with Mandela on the pocket side, that he's well over 100 pounds at 16 inches. So the thing of it is can we keep on elevating that? Can we keep on making a better version of that? Yes, that's the trick of being a great breeder. But we have to have patience, and before we do anything, we have to have a healthy dog that's stable, that can do all of the things that, being a great pet encompasses. You want this dog to be able to go to the park. You want this dog to be able to go for walks on a brisk night. You want this dog to be able to do everything that it needs to do to be a good family pet and not cause a person a major headache. Unstable dogs can cause even bigger headaches. We don't want these dogs to continuously end up in a dog pound. We have to do better. And the first way we have to do better is we have to start setting good examples of what this breed is supposed to be. And that's my plan. I plan on actually presenting y'all with more and more examples of what this breed is supposed to be. But I will tell you verbally, before I show you, the physical pictures, this dog is not supposed to be a loose skin, screwed up dog. This is supposed to be a very tight skin. It's not supposed to be a big round head. It's supposed to have definition to the cheeks and, resemble what you see from the Staffies and the UKC pit bulls. It's supposed to, like I said, tight skin. It's supposed to be straight legs, no bowed elbows, tight feet, beautiful top lines, great movement, a very stable and confident dog, not a dog that's lunging at people, but a dog that's confident enough to be in great surrounded by lots of people and not shit on itself. It's a lot of things that we're going to have to go over, but it's time to re-educate this community and push forward to make better dogs that the world can be proud of, and we can stop being the shameful black eye of not only, I would say, the pit bull / bully community, but also, the dog community in general. There's no community in the dog world that's doing worse than we are right now. We have to do better. Until next time, y'all, much love. God bless. Peace.